Ladies and gentlemen, resistance fighters, welcome to Through the Darkest of Times. My name, of course, is Potato, and this is a World War II strategy resistance sort of game. It's really interesting. It's obviously set in a pretty depressing time period. I'm gonna play the intro so you can get a rough idea of exactly where we are and what we are going to be doing, and then we're gonna jump right on into a game. Let's go.
I remember when Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor in 1933, the masses cheered. But we were not among them. We knew that the times would be bad now. We knew that the Nazi threats were not empty. That those people meant what they said. We had to do something. We couldn't just stay silent. But we also knew that it can cost us our heads.
There we go. All right, so let's immediately jump right on into a brand new game. I'm going to be playing on the story mode. The resistance mode is sort of like the hardcore way to play this. As you can see, there's no sort of save games. I'm going to do story mode primarily because, well, I mean, just mostly because of YouTube. Also, I can turn the tutorials off, as I do indeed believe I've got a fairly astute understanding of exactly what we are going to be doing. Right, so I can customize my character. To be honest, I kind of like this, I don't know what this is, like a capped beret sort of thing. Sure, let's do that. Let me look like a French painter. Oh yes, a pimple as well. That's brilliant. And glasses, sure. Clothes, let's sure, yeah, we're going for the French painter sort of look. So Julianne Muller, kindergartner, don't know what that means, moderate liberal. Cool. Okay, so as you'll be able to see, we will not be silent. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Well done. Right, so as you will see, all of the decisions that you make in this game mean something. And so on one level, this is very much a game in which you need to, like, you know, get into the theme of the story, and you need to sort of pay attention to detail. It's not like Papers, Please, but it is a game that you have to pay attention to. So all of this detail that is currently here, I'm not going to go over too much of it, but if you are indeed interested, then, you know, read it and yeah, just enjoy the immersion. Right, so there is also, I should probably note, there are a couple of words which I'm not going to say. One of the words is that. That's the other word. And then there is another word here which, well, I don't know, it's not in this text, but I'm not going to say that word either. You can probably guess what it is, and that is purely for YouTube's benefit. Right? I don't think it's here. That's fine. Okay, let's jump right on into it. So this is the first encounter that we have, and we have a whole bunch of options how to respond to the question that is placed to us. Now, what I will say is that this game is not primarily like a text-based adventure. We will get into an actual sort of strategy environment in just a second, but this is an important component of the game. Right, so they made him chancellor. This is a disaster. How could President Hindenburg appoint him? We knew this would happen. We knew this was coming. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to mostly skip through this. I think we need supporters first. Sure. That's the word, by the way, that I'm not going to say just under any circumstances. I hear you, but we need to be careful. We do indeed need to be careful. Let's fight the regime. Sure, great. And then end of scene. Right, so as you can see, that is the sort of basic interaction that we have. This is us, as you can see, signified by the U little modifier over there. We've also got Erwin Eulenberg, very, very cool name, and Frida Badke, I'm not entirely convinced that I'm saying that in the appropriate way. Anyway, this is the environment, hopefully, within which we will thrive and resist. We will put up a significant resistance to the regime. So, as you can see, there are a bunch of green options that are currently available to us on the map. What I am going to do is just tweak the music ever so slightly because it seems to be a little bit quiet, but that's okay. So, there are a couple of different missions which we can undertake. So, in the first instance, we can talk to workers. Now, if we talk to workers, that will introduce us to some of this lady's co-workers, which is all very well and good. But we need supporters. So, as you can see up in the top right-hand corner, there's this big old bar, and we currently only have 5 out of 15 supporters. Now, when we reach 15 supporters, that's sort of a mark of how much of an impact we're making on this whole resistance thing. So increasing the number of supporters definitely would be a pro. We've also got a morale bar in the top left-hand corner as well. Now, morale gradually ticks down because, of course, in a resistance situation, I can imagine not everyone is feeling super motivated to resist the regime at all times. So we've got to go bear that in mind, that as it goes down, we're going to want to try and offset that with perhaps some positive events. If it reaches 0, it's game over. The group of resistors, they disband, and we don't want to do that. Right. So let's talk about our heroes. Well, I'm not a hero, but I do have a bunch of stats which I want to talk about. So, as you can see, each and every character has a bunch of different values and a bunch of different stats. So, secrecy, empathy, propaganda, strength, and literacy. Now, as you can imagine, in a variety of missions, all of these different stats will come in super duper handy. So, in the first instance, I think we want to talk to workers. So, there are 2 required skills for this engagement, and that is empathy and what is it? Propaganda? Yeah, propaganda. The risk is very, very low. Duration is only going to take a week, and we can assign either 1 or 2 or 3 members of our group. So, what we're going to do is we're probably going to assign Frida here because she's got a pretty decent empathy value and a pretty decent propaganda value. So let's pop you in there. And as you can see, that bumps the preparation up to about 50%. It's a little bit dangerous, but that's okay. So we're also going to see a bunch of unlocks. So we will be able to produce leaflets manually, buy paper, and buy paint. All of those are missions. So we'll be able to do that. There are a bunch of helpful traits that we could benefit from if we have any of those traits on our people. And I don't think that we currently do. Because, yeah, you're a worker. We've only got... a kindergartner would be a harmful trait. So let's not put Julianne Muller on this. We're talking to workers. We need to remember that. Ooh, that we do actually have a helpful trait. Idealist. Cool. Okay, so Erwin is an idealist, and therefore we will be 100% fully prepared. Now, we can modify the success chance of this mission, perhaps, if we were to put in a bicycle. I don't know if it's a reusable bicycle. I don't know. Let's chance it. Sure. Let's chance it. A bicycle is useful for traveling longer distances, like when you're trying to escape really fast. As you can see, it lowers the danger level of the mission, so that's quite nice. Let's confirm that. So we're gonna definitely go and speak to some workers. Now, can we find a new member? I mean, I can go on multiple missions over a week. I mean, that leaves us semi-prepared if I was to put myself, Julianne, into the fray. Sure, let's do it. We'll take 20 marks with us. I mean, we have to take 20 marks with us. We could put more money in, but that's not going to make any difference to the encounter. So let's do that. Let's give it a shot. So we're going to be finding a new member with this mission. Let's confirm and let's give it a go. Right. I mean, so this is a risky maneuver, I will say, a very, very risky maneuver, but we'll give it a shot. And we'll see how it goes. Right. So at the end of the week, we get a little snapshot, and this is, just helps us assess how profitable or unprofitable the week has been. 5 people are still supporting us. Crucially, by the way, this week update, this weekend update, happens before we go on the missions. So, you know, don't be surprised when you see only 5 people are supporting us. We're going to get some more members very, very shortly indeed. Our supporters donated 2 marks to the group. Very, very nice indeed. We need that money to survive, especially since we're using 20 marks in order to secure another member. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right, so Frida Badke meets with co-workers. Brilliant. 8 supporters. Absolutely fantastic. We get the bicycle back as well, which is brilliant. So that means that it's a reusable item. And we talk to a bunch of people, and we can now decide on somebody to join the group. Okay, I mean, I'm loving that. That's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Helene Muller, I mean, no relation, different spelling of Muller, I suppose. Liftman, I mean, that's a trait that I'm interested in. That is a trait that I'm interested in. A communist as well. I mean, I'm not particularly bothered about the political leanings of any of my group members. I mean, personally, I'm not bothered about any of them. But it will come into play, and it will matter. I mean, I think you're pretty good. I think maybe honestly the Liftman. I think Fred, you might be just a little bit better. You're not very literate, but that's okay because you've got a pretty rounded, stellar performance elsewhere. Right. It's already dark as I ride my bike home. The streets are empty. I burrow my face deeper into the scarf. See? No. I don't want to quit. How can I reduce the volume of this? Okay, there are no circumstances in which I can actually tweak the volume of this noise. That's pretty darn irritating, I must say. I burrow my face deeper into my scarf. Sure. In the distance, I see a group of men ganging up on someone. Head for the group. There are 3 men, all wearing the brown shirts. And another word that I'm not going to say, armbands of the SA. They are surrounding a civilian. Ugh, do I get involved in this altercation or do I go home? I mean, idealistically, I would help this gentleman out. However, I feel like I can't really. Uh-oh. Let's calm them down. Continue talking. Sure. Uh-oh. This is not ideal. Right. I'll agree with him and just go. Sure. Play stupid. Sneak to the bike. Laugh at them. Just laugh and pedal as fast as I can. I only slow down when I can't hear their angry voices anymore. Ho, ho, ho. I will never get used to things like this happening. All right. That's actually pretty darn good. Okay, so the weekly decline of morale happened there, as I said it would. Missions, right? So I think that is, I mean, that might be due to the fact that we gained an extra couple of people, or a couple of extra supporters, or it might be due to the fact that we got an extra member, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Everyone, there's a public protest coming up. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. It's too early. It's too early. I'm sorry. We can't do this. We can't. This is far too early. We cannot be flippant. We need to be very, very careful. I mean, we are an underground operation. Right, so, as I said, we got a brand new mission unlocked there, so we get the opportunity to buy paper. We've also got Fred. Fred is going to help out. He is a communist, and he is a mediator and a lift man. I mean, he seems like a pretty decent guy. A pretty decent guy to go and speak to the workers. His propaganda value's not super high. Empathy not super high. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, who's better? That's about the same, to be honest, isn't it? I mean, this guy's better. If the danger is going to be low, then that's exactly what we're interested in. Okay, let's put Fred on kind of perpetual talking to workers duty. That's kind of what I'm digging. We'll leave that for now, but we'll probably assign that in a little bit. How am I doing in terms of finances? I mean, I'm doing pretty well in terms of finances. 32 marks is not bad. Kind of just after more supporters at this point, and finding a new member would be really, really helpful as well. Yeah, that would be really, really good. Also, the opportunity to buy paper. This is quite important. As I say, new mission unlocked. Very, very important because it will allow us to produce leaflets manually, which also will allow us to do more stuff. So, yeah, let's get Fred on this job. I mean, I could lower the risk, but I mean, I don't actually think it's worth it. Let's just immediately get Fred on the job there, and then let's try and recruit another. Let's try and recruit another member. Yeah, let's try and recruit another member. That seems pretty good. We want somebody that's inspiring or a leader. Do we have any of those traits? I mean, I am kind of a leader, to be honest, but apparently not quite. Danger. Sure, we can put in a bicycle. Do I really need 3 people here? I feel like maybe just 2 is totally a-okay. I'll take the bicycle out, actually. Yeah, take the bicycle out and just stick 2 people into that mission. I can see if I can go and collect donations. What do we actually need? I mean, that is straight up brilliant. We do have a harmful trait, which I'm not particularly happy about, but I mean, the preparation looks pretty darn good. So let's confirm this and let's just get all of this locked in and loaded. So we're actually doing 3 pretty beefy missions over the course of this turn, which I'm very, very happy about. We did indeed lose a supporter. That's okay. 4 marks. That's not too bad. Let's see what we've got. Right, so once again, we're doing some talking. 5 supporters, that's nice. As I say, if we can just keep, the supporters rolling on in, then that's fantastic. Donations, wowzers. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad. Basically 20 marks, which is very, very nice indeed. Let's see what's going on. We've got 3 options. We've got the opportunity to pick out whoever we actually want. We've got a doctor, a chemist, an architect, a moderate liberal, a social democrat, or a communist. Again, that's a super, super high propaganda value. I do indeed like that. I think that we might be after somebody a little bit more literate, because we don't really. Well, we do have quite a lot of literate people. I think maybe the architect chap is pretty darn good here. That super high propaganda value is nice. Let's take you, Peter. Sure, welcome on board. Okay, losing 6 morale, not a great sign, but that's okay. We are getting busy. So I don't exactly know if there is a cap to the number of people that we can have in the list, or in the environment. There we go. Little bit louder music. That's fine. Right. So that mission has disappeared. That's completely fine. No storyline to detect on this mission, or to process on this mission. That's fine. Meet a friend. Well, I do indeed enjoy meeting friends. We need empathy. Right. I mean, that's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. 100% preparation. And that will actually unlock a brand new mission. Write slogans on the wall. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Let's just immediately queue that up. We've also got the opportunity to buy paper. I think I actually kind of do want to buy paper. I also want to talk to some workers. Let me queue up the paper first. Buying some paper seems simple, but in times like these, buying too many pieces of paper can raise suspicion. So let's try and put somebody in with a reasonably high. Yeah, that's kind of good. I mean, that will get us between 2 and 4 paper. I think in order to do the manual leaflet production, we need 3 bits of paper. So I would kind of like to see if I can guarantee myself 3 bits of paper. That's between 3 to 4 bits of paper, and that's with Peter Frederick's help. Okay, I mean, I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think that we're going to need a getaway vehicle. However, that does bump up the potential reward. So let's do that. Sure, let's give that a crack. How much money does that leave me? That leaves me with 14 marks. Is there anything that we could conceivably need money for on the next turn, or do I just want to try and talk to workers as much as I possibly can? Right, okay, so that is a little bit harmful because he is an academic. However, I think in combination with Fred over here, we're gonna do just fine. Yeah, between 7 and 12 extra recruits. That's very, very nice. Plus 2 morale as well. That's what we're after. Let's go and do that. Okay, so everyone is assigned. Everyone's getting busy all over the city of Berlin. We lost a supporter. Fine. Absolutely A-okay. Our supporters donated 5 marks to the group. That's nice. I mean, this is the sort of money that just keeps us ticking over. Right, let's avoid paper. Let's buy paper. Unfortunately, didn't get the 5 paper that we were after, but that's okay. And we do a little bit of extra recruitment. That's 9 workers, a little bit on the low end of what I was expecting, but that's okay. And we meet a brand new person. Okay, so again with the low morale, not loving that. Absolutely not loving our morale deterioration. Deterioration. Sure, let's just stick to it. Stick to my guns. Right. Takes me aside after the meeting, looking nervously at her shoulder. When a man loves a woman or a woman loves a woman, what do you believe that's wrong? I mean, what am I? A liberal? I'm a moderate liberal, so I'm gonna say no, it's wrong. I say relieved to see a smile on her face. Okay, well, we have presumably some people in our group who might take issue with that, just given that they are Catholic conservatives. Yeah, we've got 1 Catholic conservative in our group, Erwin, so he might have an issue with that. So we might sort of start to see an issue develop between those 2 characters, but that's okay. We're at 52 morale. Morale is deteriorating, but that's a-okay. We're up aiming for 30 supporters now, so that's fine. We can manually produce leaflets, and what would that give us? That would give us a stack of leaflets. Can be spread and thrown from high places. I mean, that is definitely something that we want to do. Do I require any finances in order to make that happen? I don't. I just require the 3 paper, so that's okay. Right. We can meet a former unionist. We can contact a priest. I mean, contacting a priest would definitely be something, presumably, that Erwin would be able to assist with. He doesn't have a super high empathy. Ooh, spread leaflets. Yeah, he doesn't have a super high empathy modifier, but he is an idealist. He is a Catholic conservative, so let's bang that in right there. Brilliant. And then let's see what else we've got. Meet a former unionist. I mean, I feel like Fred maybe. Fred is exactly the sort of person that we need for this job. He's a communist. I'm surprised that being a liftman doesn't actually help under these circumstances, but that's fine. Let's lock that in as well. What have we got up here? Go into hiding. So if we go into hiding, what will that do for us? It'll just cost a bunch of money. However, it does give us a bunch of morale. And let's be real, morale's gonna start slipping. It's gonna start slipping real soon. However, I think we should try and produce these leaflets manually. Propaganda, I mean, as it just so happens, Peter has a ridiculously high propaganda value. I mean, it's not going to make a darn bit of difference if I equip Julianne. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. So these are the 2 that we're after, I think. Let's lock this. Let's lock this in, and then let's see if we can go and solicit donations, perhaps. Between 9 and 16, we can lower the risk just a little bit. I don't think it'll really make that much of a difference, though. Yeah, go and solicit donations. We're not going to be gaining any extra supporters this week, I don't think. Although, we are meeting a former unionist, and that will probably gain us a little bit of support. Well, one supporter. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go. Okay, we lost a supporter. 25 people are still supporting us. 8 marks. Okay, good haul this week. Very, very nice indeed. Let's see what's up. Okay, we meet with the temple. Brilliant. We actually managed to gain a supporter from that encounter, so very, very nice there. People are upset and willing to donate. That is a very, very decent amount of money for just one person, so I'll take that. So ideally, we're looking for 4 leaflets. 3 leaflets is not bad. 3 stacks of leaflets, that's not bad, but 4 would have been nicer. And we gain another supporter. Fantastic. This is just horrifically sound balanced. I am so sorry. I need to absolutely change the abysmal balancing that this game is doing. Oh, goodness gracious me. Sorry. I'm so sorry about that, folks. There we go. All right. It's there. Ridiculous. Okay. The Reichstag is burning down. The communists have burned it down. Take my time. Finish my drink. Pay the bill. Step outside. Streets are full of people. This is terrible. This is terrible. What are we still doing here? Let's go and find out. Join the group, and together we walk down the empty streets, all the way down to the Reichstag. The closer we get, the more intense the smell. Avoid breathing. Area closed, says the officer. Look at the crowds. Approach a man wearing a Great War uniform? Sure. What do you want? He says sharply. Who started the fire? I ask him. The communists did. And the Jews. Same thing, really. He raises his voice. This will be their death sentence. I've heard enough. Right. They must have come from all over Berlin. Talk to a big man. Looks like a professional boxer. What did you think of this? Are you asking me? Wasn't me, I tell you that. I mean, he does look pretty shifty, and he seems like a pretty memorable character if he's got a different colored set of eyes. I didn't say it was you, but someone did. What's your theory? Ooh, okay, all right. So the big man did it himself, basically. Look at the scenery. The police is now aggressively pushing back. Let me speak to the fur coat. Who do you think did it? She asks me. That's what I wanted to ask you. How should I know? All I can tell you is that things have become very unpleasant since that little clown took over. And this looks like his style. But you didn't hear that from me. People like me are in enough trouble already. People like you? You seem alright, she says. If you ever feel like dancing to the music our new rulers despise, come by. She hands me a card that says Giraffe, Dance Bar, Cabaret, and disappears into the crowd. I've seen enough and go home. It's very late when I finally arrive home. I fall asleep right away and dream of fire and strange people contradicting each other about who started it. I wonder what will come of this. Dancing at the Giraffe. Okay, very cool. So we've maybe discovered a supporter. Okay, for the first week, we actually end up with more morale than we started with. I mean, that's quite nice. Right, all the papers are chatting about the fire. Free Debate tells me that she despises Erwin Eulenberg. He's a Catholic conservative. His views don't do the group any good. Both should stay in the group. I'm not having any nonsense. This is ridiculous. Also, I'm gonna play around with the sound yet again because the sound is pretty atrociously balanced. But that's okay. That's fine. Right, we can go and spread leaflets if indeed we wanted to do such a thing. However, the risk is very, very high. And I'm not particularly interested in sacrificing any of my group quite yet. What have we got over here? The Great Escape. We need 3 caps. How do I get caps? I need 3 Molotov cocktails for where it hurts, and the truth will set them free. We need 3 somethings. I don't even know. Missing critical leaflet. Okay, I don't even know how we make critical leaflets. Cool. I mean, if we were to spread leaflets, would that unlock something? Set up hideout and observe SA activities. Okay, both of those seem pretty good. I just don't want to risk. I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk any of my group members. We could go into hiding, but my morale's fairly a-okay at the moment. Buy paint. Write slogans on the wall. Dancing at the giraffe. I mean, dancing at the giraffe seems like a good thing to do. All members will go on the mission. I mean, sure. Let's go and give it a shot. Let's go and give it a shot. Let's see exactly what happens. It's a big commitment. We lost one supporter. That's okay. Our supporters donated 8 marks to the group. Let's go and see what's happening at the dancing giraffe. Enter. It's you. Come in. This place is still a remnant of what Berlin used to be. We need this back. Was that it? Was that it? We get a bunch of morale. We get a bunch of... I mean, that's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm very, very happy about it. But I feel like I just wasted a week. Look, it's my brother. I never dreamed things would go this far. It's okay. Last night he came home in a brown shirt uniform. Okay? You are in danger. If he finds out you're with us, you could end up in prison or worse. This could be a huge opportunity for us. I could get vulnerable inside information. You can stay, but keep away from your brother. I feel like that's a... I mean, that's a family disaster waiting to happen in a major, major way. I mean, we're on cloud 9 as a group. We're doing really, really well. I do want to buy paint, although I think I might be a little short on cash. Well, I say that. I'm not super short on cash, actually. Not doing too badly. Let's see if we can try and talk to the workers. Fred, let's get you on the workers again. And what are the skills that I actually require? Strength. I mean, is anyone strong here? A little bit. And secrecy. Secrecy is also something that's desired. To be honest, Fred is my main man. Fred is my main man for this job. We're gonna need him if we want to be successful. Anyone else with high secrecy? I mean, this is super risky. I can take marks, but that's not going to make any difference. I need to get another supporter before I feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, straight up, we need another group member. Right, let's go and talk to the workers again. Let's go and talk to the workers. Sure, let's just go and do that. We'll double up. We'll double up on the workers there, and we will double up on the workers over here as well. It's a bit harmful. 7 to 11, sure. So double workers, and then let's go and solicit donations. Fantastic. Right, 17 to 28 donations. Okay, so this is going to be a jumbo supporter turn for us, I hope. We lost one supporter, that's fine, and our supporters donated 8 marks to the group. Let's see what's going on. All right, 9 supporters. That's a good number, actually. It's a good number. Donations, anywhere between 17 and 28. That is not as high as it could be, but that's not bad. And then let's see how many supporters we get here. 10 supporters. Peter thinks he has been seen. That's a bit of a worry, but that's okay. All right. Seems distracted. What's the matter, Erwin? It's my wife. She never came home last night. We will help you. We'll find her. Don't worry about it. We have to find out what happened. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this looks like an occupied sort of area or a closed off area. Observe essay activities. Okay, this seems unbelievably dangerous. Harmful. We don't want to put Fred on that mission then, if that's the case. We don't have any of those traits, I think. We don't... Yeah. I mean, this is... so dangerous. It's so dangerous because I don't have the right traits in order to do that mission. So I do worry about that. What is this? Search for his wife. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's a little bit of a bug there, but that's okay. What do we need? Secrecy and empathy. Sure. Let's do that. Supporters. We're well on our way to 50 supporters. I feel like spreading leaflets would be something that we should totally consider doing, but my goodness, the risk is just too high. I don't like to contemplate that. Meet an academic, meet a former unionist. I mean, meeting an academic might be worthwhile. How are we doing in terms of money? We're not actually doing bad in terms of money. I could indeed just put you into hiding. Sure, I'm gonna put you into hiding for a little bit. It will cost 10 marks, but you've got heat on you at the moment, and therefore would be quite nice to just deheatify you. Right, so brilliant. Let's meet an academic and meet a former unionist. It's not a great combo, but it'll do, I think. It will do. Sure. Okay. Don't love the speed at which I'm progressing. I feel like I need to start ramping up and doing some more. Oh, hold up. Someone's been watching. There's a witness. Enforce. Let's do it, whatever it takes. Come on. He learns that the SA has captured someone that fits the description of our member's wife. Okay, and 2 of them have been seen. And also, Erwin Eulenberg's wife has been taken. That's a bit of a problem for me. How am I gonna help out? All right, great. We managed to get another supporter. Cool. Hiding. Yep, brilliant. And what have we got? Former unionist. Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay. So, we actually end up with positive morale for the week, so that's pretty good. Just before the meeting, and tells me she believes Erwin Eulenberg is working with the Gestapo and is snitching on the group. Talk to him. He looks surprised and says, no idea what I'm talking about. Let's calm her down. We've got to trust. We've got to trust all of our members. Okay, we could free his wife. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is a high risk maneuver, but I mean, we have to look after our own here. This is essential. Fred has already got heat on him, which kind of terrifies me. We've only got 2 turns to actually do that mission. Is there any way that we can get a new member for our group? Not really. Observe activities. That will unlock the steal funds and steal uniform option. That might indeed be quite good to do. Danger level is very, very high on this. I don't love my traits. I don't love any of my traits, to be honest. Okay, let's put Julianne in there. Well, I say Julianne. Let's put me in there. Not exactly thrilled with the fact that I'm going to be at risk here, because I've already got heat on me. But that's okay. Let's go and do it. Let's not free you this turn. We need Fred to be deheatified. So I think we're probably going to send Fred into hiding. Yeah, send Fred into hiding. And then Peter, you're a social democrat, so that's not going to be super helpful there. Can you speak to anyone? No, that's going to be harmful there as well. Okay, you can talk to workers, and they like you because you're a social democrat. Cool. Let's absolutely queue that up. Let's see what happens here. Right, we need to free Erwin's wife. It's an absolute necessity. Absolute necessity, and we're gonna do it with Fred. Fred is gonna be our little dynamo. Brilliant. Okay, Peter thinks he's been seen. That's not good. The police show up. Hide. Hide. Stay calm and hide. The police are leaving. This is good. She finds out someone used to drink at the pub. One of them still regularly gets drunk over there. Brilliant. Okay, Erwin thinks he's been seen. Julianne thinks she has been seen. I'm not thrilled about how many people are getting seen on a regular basis. Comes up to me. Look, I've waited long enough for you to do something like this. Looks like I'll just have to address it directly. What are you going to do about Frida? What does that have to do with anything? I don't care, but she can do what she wants, but someone could blackmail her, though. This is ridiculous. Okay, alright. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions there. What is this? We can steal an SA uniform or steal funds from the SA. I mean, that's an extremely difficult thing to do. Okay, so it turns out that you can have multiple pips of heat, which absolutely terrifies me. How much money do we have? 13 money. I mean, we have to on this occasion. Athlete, Cam, Reckless, Violet. I mean, we have to throw absolutely everything that we've got at this mission. We've got to give it a shot. We've got to give it a shot. We've got to give it a shot. Right, let's do that. And then what else do we want to do? Buy paper, that's not really a possibility now. We could indeed try distributing leaflets manually, but I mean, the risk is absolutely extreme. Right, Julianne and Peter, both of you guys are going to go and get deheated. Hopefully, that will allow me to make some sort of difference next turn. All right. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. It looks like the mission was a success. Breaks in, finds the wife, and they flee together. Brilliant. Okay, plus 30 morale. That is fantastic. And we retreat. We deheatify, which is wonderful. Right, in front of the building, a crowd of people have gathered, including a few men wearing the brown uniform of the S8. Turn away and go home. We must be careful. Yeah, look, I cannot get involved in every altercation. It's just not possible. Quietly comes to the door. We can see her face is badly bruised. Are you okay? Last night I was leaving the club. It's a gay club that everyone knows about. Did the brown shirts get you? Way worse than that. It was just a group of regular students. I'm sorry to hear about that. That is not so good. That is not so good at all. Why is our morale not tip-top? I feel like it totally should be, but that's okay. That is a-okay with me. Okay, spreading leaflets. Okay, Erwin is hot. He is real hot. Fred is desperately needed. We need somebody else who's strong. I think we got to do it. Marks aren't going to make any difference. Intel's not going to make any difference. In fact, it's going to make things worse. I don't think there's... I don't think there's any combination... I don't think there's any combination here that... I don't think there's any combination where it's better for... Yeah, okay, that's just... Okay, so Erwin, you cannot go in here. I think Peter is probably better. Yeah, I'm going to keep Peter in. It's a slightly lower prep chance, but the danger is also slightly lower, which is kind of nice. Right, so let's go and do that. What is this? Visit a museum. Buy medicine, okay. I mean, Erwin, we need to get you deheatified. I feel like maybe I'm taking it too passive approach, and you know, we're deheatifying too regularly. I just don't want to risk it. Right, 14 marks. That's good enough. Let's see if we can try and spread some leaflets. Julianne thinks she's been seen. I mean, that's not surprising. 14 supporters though, so that's really, really good. Brilliant. Okay, morale decreases very, very slightly, but that's okay. I see Erwin quickly putting something in his bag. Confront him. What are you doing? Insist. What are you hiding in your bag? If we have no trust, we have nothing. Show me what's in your bag. I'm sorry, but I have to insist. I say. He opens the bag and I find a copy of our list with the names of supporters who have donated money to the group. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Get out. Okay. Erwin is out even after I invested all of those resources to find his wife. That is straight up terrible news. That is really, really terrible news. However, it does give me the opportunity to get a brand new group member, and hopefully somebody who is strong and secret that we can use to steal a SA uniform. Yeah, we need to find a new member. That's an absolute must. Let's continue to try and gather supporters as much as we possibly can. I don't really feel the need to do any more of that leaflet nonsense. I think we're after something more. I can't believe it. I put Erwin in the safe house last turn because I thought he was a valued member of the team. As it turns out, he's a conniving, lying, snitching, horrible person, which is very, very irritating. Right. I mean, that is high risk there. Meet with conservatives, social democrat. Oh, goodness gracious me. We don't have any. Between 6 and 10. What about up here? Meet an academic. A single academic. Spread books. I don't really want to do that. Meet a former unionist. I think that's probably the best case scenario for us. Spread leaflets. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. I don't love this. I'm really, really hacked off with Erwin. 17 marks. That's very, very nice indeed. Right. Let's choose somebody who hopefully is strong. No, okay. I guess you are the strongest person. You're also quite secretive. Karen, so I guess welcome on board. Congratulations, welcome to the team. Former unionist, 5 supporters, wonderful. It's better than nothing. They fired me, I lost my job. I'm so sorry. Overheard me speaking with a colleague about voting for the Communist Party at the last election. I'm afraid there isn't much we can do for you right now. So, she might quit, which I'm not over the moon about, but if she did, then that is what it is. We want to get a uniform. I mean, getting a uniform would allow us to do some good stuff. The Great Escape. We need to help these people and try and organize an escape. Alternatively, the truth will set them free. We need to get the critical leaflets. Or we hit them where it hurts. I have no idea where we get a fire device from. That is a challenging one. I mean, the only thing that I can really see us doing is the Great Escape, which I think is totally admirable under the current circumstances. Okay, Fred, Karen, and Julianne. I mean, goodness gracious me, this is a high risk situation. Is there any circumstance in which I think this is a good idea? I mean, she can't help us at the moment, but will do later. Okay, cool. Where did she go? We need more money as well. We definitely need more money. Okay, it looks like we've maxed out on supporters. Our morale is pretty darn high at the moment, so I think what we need to do is just give a risky mission a go. Ideally, I'd like to go into hiding for a turn, but I don't think I can. I mean, we either can collect donations now, or we could steal funds. We could steal funds. We could give that a shot. Again, it's risky business, though. It's so risky. It's between 50 and 83 monies, though. We don't have Doubtful Past. We don't have any of these traits, which is what scares me. I'm really apprehensive about doing this. I'm very, very apprehensive about doing this. Okay. Between 18 and 30 gold. Sure. Let's give this a shot, and then let's get people into hiding next turn. I can go and do... I don't even really want to get any supporters. Let's just leave everyone chill at the moment. We lost 3 supporters, that's fine. 17 marks. Let's raise some donations. Hopefully nobody gets seen. Nobody's heat level is rising. Our meeting, the fire at the Reichstag was the biggest gift they could have hoped for. They're blaming the Communist Party. Don't give her money. End of scene. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Frida. I mean, I'm so sorry. Right, we can buy paint if we want to. We could buy medicine if we want to. Would buy medicine give us the opportunity to do any of that sort of Molotov cocktail stuff? Spread leaflets. Spread books. Produce leaflets manually. I think, come on, let's give it a shot. I did say that I wanted to put people into hiding, but I feel like this is as good as it gets. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Come on. Let's do this. This is the time. This is the time where we make or break. Visit a museum? What would the museum do? It would literally just give us a bunch of morale. I mean, morale is one of those things that I don't have a shortage of. Let's see if we can try and get the other 2 members of the group to go and buy a little bit of paint. Sure. Yeah, go and buy a little bit of paint. See what's up. And then let's go. Okay, 15, 16 marks. That's very, very nice indeed. We'll buy the paint. 3 paint as well. Peter thinks he's been seen. That's not good. Not good at all. Alright, this is, I mean, attacked in force. Let's do it, whatever it takes. The attack is over. Gets a key to the uniform, grabs the uniform, and gets out. Wow, okay, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Not everyone from the group has shown up. Who's missing? Fred Koenig has fled to Moscow. The branch was running out Communist Party members. It was just too dangerous for him to stay. Oh, yikes. I mean, that is bad news. He was an important guy. Right, we can steal funds now, because the SA don't seem to be active in this area. We've got 1 uniform at the moment, and I don't even know how we're gonna manage to get our grubby little mittens on more. This would allow me to set up a workshop to produce everything the resistance needs, collected donations as well. Sure, let's give this a shot. Propaganda and strength. Ooh, level up. Sure, you know what? We gotta be risky. We can put an SA uniform. Okay, all right. I'm gonna absolutely take the opportunity to use that. Let's go and do some painting. Let's go and do some painting, and everyone else can go and find a group member. And by everyone else, I mean me. I will go and find a group member. Let's see what the heck is up. Okay, I don't want to drain away. I don't want to let my supporters drain away too much, but that's okay. 16 marks. It's pretty nice. Right. Now, who am I going to decide to join the group? I mean, I don't want another communist to join the group because the last communist left, so I guess that leaves me with the moderate liberal, who's actually pretty decent on the whole anyway. So we'll do that. Let's do some painting. Nice, a whole bunch of supporters, but we do get spotted, which is less than ideal. We get our uniform back as well. Right. I hear a loud, angry voice shouting through the loudspeaker and a huge cheering from the crowd. Carefully move to the edge of the crowd. New Minister of Propaganda. Listen carefully. Alright, this is not good stuff. Scan the crowd. Keep moving through the crowd. That's when I realized this is action against the un-German spirit, okay? It's book burning. I've had enough. You don't look well, friend. Why aren't you joining the chant? Pretend to support them. If you were speaking to the author of one of those books right now, what would you say? I can't keep up this pretense. I recognize him now. My friend, not long from now, this whole sad spectacle will be over, and I will write a novel about it. You're Eric Castor, the writer. One of the students has been starting us. We should leave now. I will distract them. Alright, that was pretty good. Okay, so we ended up with a notebook. We took a little bit of a chance, but I guess it kind of paid off, so that's kind of nice, isn't it? Right. It tells me she's pregnant. I can't go on like this. I'm worried it'll harm the baby. I want to leave. Oh, but I just got you. Ask you to stay, please. Please, stay a little longer. I just picked you up. I just got you. That's so darned irritating. I mean, what else can we do? We still need to do the Great Escape. That is still something that I'm absolutely after. I mean, setting up a workshop. We need 50 ducats in order to do that. We're very close. I think we want to probably try and aim to set up a workshop. Let me see if we can... Let me see if we can do this. There we go. Between 60 and 101 ducats. I mean, this is... It's a dangerous endeavor, but we're gonna give it a shot. And then there's also you as well, which I would like to do. Yes, let's go and do it. We will gain valuable intel. Okay. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with valuable intel, but we'll do it nonetheless. Let's go. Okay, our supporters donated 19 marks to the group. Very, very nice indeed. I'm pretty chuffed with that amount. That seems pretty big. Someone's been watching. Enforce. Come on, let's do this. The witness leaves. Okay. The author is overjoyed to get his notes back. He invites us in for a cup of tea and tells us how they're forcing the publishers to stop supporting un-German writers like him. Okay, interesting. Well, let's do the donations. Oh, yes. That is not as much as I was hoping for, but it's not bad. Right. What's this about? It's about you. It's incredible to think you put together this group of ordinary Berliners and made a real resistance out of us. Thanks for your kind words. Each of us is vital. I'm just happy to know I'm making a difference. Aren't we all happy to know that we're making a difference? It's really flippin' important. Set up a workshop or steal more funds. Observe some activities. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to have a party. 5 turns left. Let's set up a workshop. Let's set up a workshop as quickly as we possibly can. We can print critical literature, and we can also build fire devices. Okay, so as it turns out, this is a pretty key component, which I've been missing out on. Do I need everyone to go and do this? I think I just need one, right? Presumably. Well, let's put Peter in, because he seems to be a little bit hot at the moment. So so we'll put him in a job which I hope will not attract too much heat. It says that risk is high, but that doesn't seem right. Well, we'll give him the bicycle just to be on the safe side. Observe essay activities. Sure. Let's do that. So that will allow us to document atrocities and also steal a uniform, which is, to be honest, exactly what I'm interested in. Karen as well. You're brilliant. Oh. Less brilliant. Okay, well, let's give that a shot as well. I want to try and unlock another uniform in order to try and get the Great Escape unlocked. That's kind of what I'm after. 18 marks. That's not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Happy to be raising that amount of money. Police show up. Let's do it. Whatever it takes. The police are leaving. Brilliant. Where they secretly political opponents and store funds and equipment. Wonderful. And we get our uniform back, which is important. Rents a remote garage. Brilliant. Okay. So as it turns out, a pretty juicy turn. Takes me aside and tells me she knows a snitch among the supporters. Confront the snitch. Okay. I'm not super happy with this whole snitching business. I just want to do what I want to do. Print critical leaflets. Okay, we are going to need to get a lot of literature together. We need stacks of paper in order to do this, and that will gain me 1 critical leaflet. And I actually need a lot of critical leaflets in order to set the truth free. So I think we want to commit to the Great Escape, to be honest, because I already have that uniform. In fact, stealing a uniform right now might even be possible. I'm not able to do that. Okay. It's a bit of a bummer. All right, confront the snitch. Let's do this. What about the uniform? The uniform will further lessen the impact. Okay, cool. Let's go and do that. And then in the meantime, let's go and go into hiding for a little bit. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Right. Let's go and confront the snitch. Frida distracts him, knocks him down using a big branch. That should teach him a lesson. Who was it? Who was the snitch? Did we find out who the snitch was? I didn't tell you about any of this, but a few weeks ago, my grandfather died. Inherited some money. Deepest condolences. We hope the money will be able to help you and your family. My family will need the money, thanks. You are clearly not very committed to this encounter. I'm a little bit disappointed. Printing books, build fire devices. I mean, we need petrol in order to do that, and that's just not on. Right, I think we gotta go for the big one. We gotta go for the big one. Yeah, I think that's the best odds that we're gonna get. I don't love these odds. I don't love them even slightly. But we gotta go for it. We gotta go after the uniform. That's so essential. Buy paper. I mean, we could indeed buy paper. The records about our actions of one member might disappear. No, we're not actually super hot. None of the members are super hot at the moment, so that's fine. Let's go and observe SA activities with the other 2, if indeed we can. Yeah, let's go and do that. That's not exactly going to be the optimal setup for us, but I think it should indeed be worth it if it's able to pinpoint the location of another uniform. And if I'm able to get 3 uniforms, then I'm able to get a Great Escape together, and that would be wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, great. We just end up with a free uniform. That is great. Okay, fantastic. So, we should be able to get another uniform, hopefully, on this turn. She's getting married, and we're all invited to the wedding. She's organized a big wedding. This will be good for us. I'd rather not. It could be dangerous. She looks disappointed, but she understands the situation. I'm very sorry that morale is going to take a hit, but it's got to be done. Is there no more uniforming that we can... No more uniforming that we can get. No more uniforms that we can get. That's pretty disappointing. We're 2 uniforms on the way to a Great Escape. We are oh so close. We are oh so close to making it happen. We'll gain intel. I don't really want intel. Document the atrocities. I'm looking for anything which will unlock. I'm looking for anything which will unlock the ability to steal another uniform. We've also got a few more levels up, which is nice. Oh, I can choose to level up. Oh, goodness gracious me. That was a bit of a mistake. Level up your empathy. Sure. Level up your strength. We actually need to level up strength just across the board. Level up strength and level up your propaganda, I guess. Sure. You're a 6 in propaganda. That's neat. No uniforms, though. No uniforms. I don't even know if this great escape is going to be possible. Critical leaflets almost certainly are not possible, as I would need to get a heck of a lot of paper together in order to do that right now. Maybe we just get some paper together. Maybe we get some paper together and see what we can do. I mean, it would seem like a fairly reasonable way about doing things. I'm just looking for that flippin' contract which will allow me to steal another uniform. That's what I'm after. I'm after that one single uniform. Observe essay activities. I mean, that is kind of what I need. Spread leaflets. Buy intel. Gain access to an industrial parking lot. I guess we'll go and buy paper. I don't know what happens when the game ends. But let's see. Between 3 and 5. Between 3 to 6. Okay, that is fantastic. Sure. And then go do... Yeah, just go after some of our... Just get some more supporters. 16 marks. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. We'll rally support among the unions. Somebody's been seen, though, so that's not ideal. 6 bits of paper. Oh, 4 bits of paper. You kidding me? The lamest. The lamest of paper. No one will even talk to me. What is it? Karen lost her baby. That is horrible. I'm deeply sorry. You should have let her go when she asked you. This is your fault. Alright, so we've lost Karen. That's a deep disappointment. A deep disappointment, in fact. The deeper disappointment is that I'm still not able to get together. I'm still not able to get together exactly what I need. Let's go and print some leaflets. Sure, let's go and do it. Let's just get it done. I guess we'll try and find another member. I'm pretty certain that the game is going to end after this turn, so who knows? It's a mystery. Let's see exactly what happens. We'll find a new member. Hide. Whoever's got the suspicion calms down. We find 3 people. Let's pick up a... Sure, I'll pick up a retail clerk. Let's print some leaflets. Not entirely sure it's going to be useful. Whoever's got the suspicion calms down. She works through the entire night, and we get 4. Somebody thinks that she's been... Or Frida thinks that she's been seen. Leave the station. Continue on my way. One of our supporters should be waiting for me. When I make it to the neighborhood, not a single worker is on his way to the factory. No children are playing in the street. Take a look around. A little further down the road, I see a white truck with the logo of a laundry service. Okay, move on. Reach the small house. Both of them are there. Knock on the door. Her face peers out. Are you insane coming here? Look to the left and pulls me inside. Why is she acting like this? A little girl is sitting in the corner drawing something on a piece of paper. I don't recognize her. Maybe a niece? What is it? Haven't you heard? The raids. They're happening everywhere. They've arrested dozens of people. Who have they arrested? She can tell you more, little girl. You tell my friend. The girl stops drawing and looks at me. Look at her picture. This is my papa and these are the men that took him. Oh, yikes. Right, let's just keep going. Let's push him into the back of the truck. I've heard enough. Will you find Papa? I'll definitely try. I will try. Where's your husband? I don't know. He didn't come home last night. Aren't you worried? I'm worried sick, but I need to stay with Izot. If you could go and find out where Werner is. I will try. I will try my best. Alright, leave. Not entirely sure. Has something on its back, but I can't see what it is. Follow cautiously. Truck is quickly out of sight. Go to the forest. Let's give it a shot. Hurry up. Follow the main path. I don't like this. Get closer to inspect. A huge sack is hanging from the branches. Drops to the ground with a thud. Cut it open. There's a pale face staring at me. It's Werner. Oh no. Pull yourself together. I see that there are more of these sacks, many more. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good, even slightly. Right. I guess we're on to the next chapter now, after this...
The bloodshed in Köpenick wasn't the first event of its kind.
After this event.
And it likely won't be the last. SA and police arrested tens of thousands of political opponents. Many were imprisoned, tortured, or killed. The Nazis banned all political parties except the NSDAP and made it clear that from now on, they alone ruled the country. In November, Hitler won re-election with 92% of the vote. We went into hiding. It felt like there was nothing left we could do.
Okay, wowzers. Okay, so we're on to chapter 2. Let the world know. After the bloodshed, went into hiding, waiting for the right opportunity to come back. For almost 3 long years, we waited and watched things getting worse, powerless until that day in March 1936. The Olympics, presumably, I guess. Airship shaped like a giant cigar hovers above Tempelhof Airport, Hindenburg. The name of the former German president is painted on the front of the hull. Hurry up. Is this what you wanted to show me? An airship? In less than an hour, you'll be flying this airship. Band plays military marches. Flags flutter in the wind. The crowd starts cheering when the stairs of the Hindenburg are lowered. Pretend to join the cheering. Mig Mel. Nice. Only for invited guests. Guard looks at the letter. Have a nice flight. Okay. Why are we here? The crew of the Hindenburg, and I feel a soft pressure in my stomach as the airship begins to rise. Okay, cool. This is amazing. He orders 2 drinks. He raises his glass and says, "To you, Julianne Muller, and your brave group of heroes." Are you crazy? No one would expect, well, us in a place like this, which makes it the perfect place to discuss restarting the group. I lean my head towards him and lower my voice. Why now? We've been underground for a year because of the Gestapo. Most of our former supporters are either scared, dead, or have left the country. Why do you think it would be a good idea to revive the group now? This is all true, yet you must, for one inescapable reason. It is our last chance to stop the war. He will start a war no matter what we do. It's a very good question, and I will answer it, but first, you must excuse me a moment. I saw someone I need to talk to. Why don't you take a look around the ship? With a view from the promenade windows is marvelous, and they even have a lounge. It's the perfect place to meet interesting people. Would you answer my question first? Excuse me, but Falk is already gone, and is walking towards a man in a grey Luftwaffe uniform. They greet each other as if they were old friends and start talking. Just wait. Just go to lounge. Sure. Lounge is 2 heavy gates, second of which is guarded by a member of the Hindenburg crew. Can I offer you something to read, he asks. No, thank you. The lounge has no windows and is illuminated by indirect artificial light. Comfortable leather armchairs are arranged around small tables. There's only one other guest. He smiles and offers me the chair next to him. Sure. Thank you. You're too kind. What brings you to this miracle of modern technology, he says with a strong American accent. Oh, I attend events like this all the time. Lucky you, I guess. Why are you here? I'm a journalist writing for the New Observer, an American magazine from the United States, as you might have guessed from my accent. I thought so, yes. Let me introduce myself. I'm Tom Fox, American journalist and danger seeker. If I wasn't, I would not be sitting inside a giant sack of hydrogen. Well, we all know how that turned out, don't we? What do you think of the new Germany? I love German culture, German food. Honestly, I had serious doubts about your government and the way they handle things before I came here. You had doubts, but you still came here? I don't regret it in the slightest, but after spending 3 months in the Reich, I must say, your country is up to something. I'll make sure that the readers in the States get the real picture. What is the real picture? There are lots of rumors in Germany. See, we like our freedom and the right to do what we like, but the big man and his party seem to interfere in every detail of people's lives, and the Americans don't like that? No, we do not. Many of us, me included, thought Germany was doomed when the big man took over. Alright, I think this is just going on a bit. Let's go. Are you alright? I am alright. There are things your reader should know. Always interested in finding new sources. Not now. Do you have a card? Of course. There we go. Go back to the promenade. Go back to the windows and look out. Isn't it wonderful? Says an elderly woman. The looks of the city. Take her hand and introduce yourself. There we go. My friend works for the government. You must feel pretty safe. I think he's a masterful leader. Sure. Okay. I mean, I'm just going through this now, sort of on autopilot. And that is exactly what he's doing. He got us out of the Treaty of Versailles. And he'll bring back the Polish corridor. This might lead to war, don't you think? Do you really think so? During the Olympic Games, the world will come to see us, and the world will see the great Germany. I've heard enough. Just wait for Falk to come back. Approach him. Do you have time to answer my question now? How can we prevent him from starting a war? He needs more time. He needs the world to think his Reich is just like any other country. That there is no German threat. So we must let the world know what his plans really are. That's correct. Let's face it, it's too late. It's too late to fight from the inside. We need help from the outside, but if the world believes Hitler, darn it, is harmless, the required help won't come. How shall we convince the world? We have to hope, otherwise, blah, 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 blah. Okay, end the scene. Man, I'm so irritated I said that word. It was, oh, goodness me, that was a lot of text. Is Karen still gone? She's out? Okay. The bouncer grudgingly motioned for them to enter the club, and that was it. He intervened because there are lots of visitors and tourists there. They have to maintain an image for now. Goodness gracious me. Okay, well, I mean, that is chapter 1. It looks like all of the missions have been sort of reset. The Freedom Bell. Okay, how do we do this? We need to find a bomb in order to do that. Help people to cross the border. Okay. That's also something that we need to do. We've already got two uniforms. We need to get 3 fake passports, though, in order to do that. So I really want to try and attempt to complete, like, a big mission. We've still got all of our contacts. We've still got all of our inventory bits and bobs, which is very, very nice indeed. So, and we've also picked up this guy. Oh no, have we picked up this guy, or is this guy, who was the guy that was showing us around the Hindenburg? I don't actually know. But what I think we want to try and do early on in this chapter, what I didn't really do in the last chapter, is try and unlock as many sort of like possible options as we possibly can, i.e., you know, look for the events which will give us the unlocks as swiftly as we possibly can. Because that is what we're really after. We want unlocks, we want another uniform. We want to be able to write slogans on the wall. We want to be able to destroy the Freedom Bell. That's my commitment to you. We're going to try and make it happen. But it's my commitment to you for the next episode, because that is it for now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to play through the darkest of times for you. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. Thanks, as ever, to my fantastic, fantastic Patreon supporters. And I will see you next time. Bye.